Good evening, crowd.
Good evening!
I want to have your babies.
After the show. So somebody came up to me at work today and they were like, "Hey Dallas, how do you spell community? Is it C-O-M or C-U-M? Really? Community? You don't know that? It sounds like a Facebook site for porn freaks. Trust me, you do not want to get poked or tagged at community.com. Takes on a very different meaning at that site. Speaking of ejaculate, the National Geographic Channel recently aired a 1.5 hour long special that was all about sperm. The whole show. Basically what they did was they took a couple hundred guys, dressed them in head-to-toe white jumpsuits, and had them run around and perform these crazy-ass tasks to show you what an average sperm goes through as it tries to fertilize a female egg. So like, put them in white and made them swim through a river, shit like that. Good thing they didn't make that show about my sperm. It's just been an hour and a half of watching a bunch of guys run around the bottom of a giant old tube sock. Nobody's gonna TiVo that, right? So I got out of the shower this morning, started looking at myself in the mirror, because I do that. I noticed I have a few gray hairs coming in. A couple little laugh lines starting to form, because I'm getting older, you know? Then I just happened to look down, I noticed that my balls have surprisingly fewer wrinkles than they used to. I thought, that's weird. It's like the rest of my body's aging normally, while my balls have somehow contracted Benjamin Button's disease. Looks like I've been teabagging the fountain of youth or something. Medical journals. So in case anybody's keeping score, that's 2 straight jokes about semen, followed by one about my balls. Keeping it classy tonight, keeping it classy. Oh, what's that? You want one about reality TV now? Okay. My wife loves the show The Biggest Loser. She watches it all the time. She was watching it one day a while back, and I overheard one of the contestants that had just been voted off say that she was glad to be going home because she felt like she was finally back in the driver's seat of her life. I thought, you know what? That's awesome. Good for her, right? Because who knows how long it's been since she could fit in a car. You've seen the show, they don't make cars that big. You know? It's okay, I'm allowed to tell that joke because I too am a fatty. And like, I'm cool with it, I don't even worry about it anymore. There is one thing, however, I really hate about being fat. And that is whenever I'm in a public setting and I acknowledge my own fatness, everyone immediately feels the obligation to say the phrase, "You're not that fat." Bullshit. Alright? Bullshit. I'm not that deep in denial. I understand that I'm about 3 buckets of chicken away from snoring while I'm awake. That is my reality. I watched a lot of the final season of Oprah this year, because she's hot and I'm gonna miss her. Yeah, that's right, I'm into Oprah, because some guys are attracted to fame and power. And black chicks, let's be honest. So I'm watching it one day and she's doing this show on how, like, if there's something new and sexy and exciting you want your spouse to try, but you don't want her to think you're a weirdo for wanting it to happen, you should just tell her you had a dream about it and maybe she'll do it for you. Yeah, so like if your whole life you've always wanted your wife to dress up as Peggy Bundy from Married with Children and spank your bare ass with a leather yardstick, but you're not exactly sure how to bring that up over a nice dinner at the Olive Garden, you just blame it on your subconscious, there's no accountability, and you might just get what you want. It's a pretty good idea, right? So I decided to try that shit out. My wife got home from work, I was like, "Hey honey, had a little dream about you last night." She said, "Oh yeah? Well, what were we doing?" I said, "Well, in it, you weren't a total bitch." What do you think? You want to try it? It'll be fun. Yeah, it turns out that shit doesn't work. All right, guys, I'm Dallas.